Along with sisters Emma and Blair. Cooper has represented the Muskies both on the basketball court and the golf course. He has played 3 or 4 years in varsity in basketball and was a 4-year varsity player in golf. When he's not on the court or the golf course, Cooper enjoys fishing. After graduation, he plans to attend Muskingum University to study business. Number 1, Cooper Briggs. Brady Davis is joined by his parents, Brent and Danielle Davis, and brother, Brody. At his 4 years on the court, he is a 3-year veteran for the varsity team. In addition to basketball, Brady is very active within the John Glenn student body, serving as student body vice president, Spirit Club president, Ambassadors Club vice president, and is a leader in Captain's Club. He is a member of the yearbook staff and media publications and has honed his cooking skills with barbecue science. He is a member of the John Glenn Symphonic Choir and is a student section leader during Woman Muskies at various sporting events. He has also volunteered his team as a 6th grade camp counselor. After graduation, Braden plans to attend a 4-year college to study business and sports education. Number 24, Braden Davis. Joined by his parents, Matt and Olivia, and sister Emma, is CJ Dolan. CJ is involved in Captain's Club and is currently a full-time CCP student attending classes at Zane State College. CJ has played 3 of his 4 years of varsity for the Muskies and played 4 years of varsity for golf. Outside of school, CJ enjoys mowing, detailing cars, and working at the Cambridge Country Club. After graduation, CJ plans to attend Ohio Dominican University to major in business and finance while continuing his golf career at the collegiate level. Number 2, CJ Dolan. Joined by his parents, Tom and Laura Genser, and sister Lily is Hayden Genser. A dedicated 2-year varsity player for the basketball team and 4-year varsity player as a member of the boys golf team. Hayden balances his athletic pursuits with academic honors in the National Honor Society and Business Professionals of America. Hayden's journey will continue this fall at Muskingum University to major in education. Number 31, Hayden Genser. Escorted by his mother, Kristen, and siblings, Morgan and Brad, welcome Andrew Morgan. Andrew is a first-year varsity basketball player who also competes with the John Glenn cross country, indoor and outdoor track teams, and golf this past fall. Andrew showcases his school spirit with the Spirit Club and his involvement with the John Glenn Choir. After graduation, Andrew will be attending the University of Akron this fall to study nursing and plans of continuing his running career with the Zips track and cross country teams. Number 15, Andrew Morgan. Ben Stahl is joined by his parents, Ray and Annie, and siblings Maya and Joey. Ben has played 2 years of his 4 years of varsity for the Muskies and also represented John Glenn on the soccer field. He is currently a full-time CCP student taking classes at Zane State College. His other school activities include performing with the JG Company and volunteering as a 6th grade camp counselor. His next chapter begins at Ohio Wesleyan University, where he plans to major in finance. Number 13, Ben Stone. Joined by his parents, Aaron and Melissa, and sisters Shelby and Riley, let's welcome Oakley Zeminski. Oakley is a two-year varsity basketball player for 4 years, representing the Muskies in a 3-year betterment in soccer. He is currently a full-time CCP student taking classes at Zane State College. After graduation, Oakley plans to attend a 4-year university to pursue a degree in finance. Oakley Zeminski. Thank you to all the families, friends, coaches, and fans who have supported these student athletes along the way. Please join me in a round of applause as we wish them well in their future endeavors.
You can adjust this, and that'll.
Sports and KC 105 present high school basketball on your station for the best sports coverage, WWKC Caldwell, Cambridge. And now let's go courtside for tonight's game.
Meet John Valentine, owner of Valentine Insurance. His new office is located at 739 Southgate Parkway in Cambridge. John brings 20 years of insurance knowledge to his friends and clients. Valentine Insurance is your local independent insurance agency that is dedicated to protecting you and providing the industry's best customer service. Whether you're in the market for commercial or residential, auto, home, health, or life, Valentine Insurance can provide coverage for all. They're professional, courteous, reliable partners you can count on. Valentine Insurance open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Evenings by appointment.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the campus of John Glenn High School in New Concord. Tonight, the John Glenn Muskies host the Morgan Raiders. The Raiders come in tonight's contest with a record of 4-15, while the Muskies have a record of 18-1, having won 17 straight games. This is an MVL Big School matchup. John Glenn has clinched the MVL Big School Division this year. My name is Mike Snively, and it will be my pleasure describing tonight's action. Joining me tonight will be Richard Hall on the color. Dalton Gambita is our producer, and Mike Mitchell manning the camera. We have a free live stream on YRPtv, the YouTube page of YRPtv. Additionally, you can listen in on the action on 104.9 FM, Kicking Country, WWKC. So, Richard, John Glenn has wrapped up the MVL Big School side of things. It's senior night. What can we expect tonight to see from the Muskies right before the tournament draw?
Well, it's a lot of emotion tonight. Obviously, senior night's a big thing for both the players and parents, and it's a great atmosphere here tonight. And if you're John Glenn, you just want to keep doing what you're doing over the course of the last 19 games. They have become very, very consistent offensively. They are very balanced among their 5 starters. They're a handful because they're a pretty good basketball team. And, if you're Morgan, you're coming in, you're searching. They've had a hard time finding the win column lately, but, just going to come in and try to build on their season. The tournament drawing is Sunday, so tonight's a big night for both schools.
Well, tonight's pregame show is brought to you by Valentine Insurance. The last time these two schools met was on January 16th down in McConnellsville. John Glenn was a 75-59 winner. So, looking at the standings tonight, as I mentioned earlier, John Glenn has wrapped up the big school of things. They have a record of 14-1 in the league. Sheridan 2 games behind, but tonight's pretty much the end of the road for. Even if John Glenn were to lose tonight, they're still going to win the league. Sheridan finished. Right now they are in 2nd. Tri-Valley's in 3rd in the big school. Philo 3rd. Riverview 4th. And Morgan 6th. Looking over at the small school side of things, Maysville 15-0 in the league, 19-1 overall. We could see a Maysville-John Glenn rematch in the regional final. That is quite the possibility. West Muskingum, who is playing excellent basketball right now. I saw where the Porter boys scored a school record 45 points the other night for West Muskingum. They are in 2nd place at 10-3 and 15-4 in league. In fact, that's a hot matchup over in South Zanesville tonight. So West M and Maysville are playing tonight in Southtown. Coshocton has made great improvements throughout the season. They are 9-11 and 5-9 in the league. Right behind them are the Meadowbrook Colts, 5-9 also in the league and 5-14 overall. New Lexington and Crooksville wrap out the small school division. I want to hit on our game sponsors tonight. Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Abel's Electric, Heating and Cooling, Allwell Behavioral Health Services, Dutro Ford, Lincoln Nissan, Absolute One Window Tinning, Shriver's Pharmacy, Doane Ford, Village Hardware and Rental, West 40 Auto Sales, Ohio Children's Trust Fund, Vicon Services, and Great Clips. We will also sponsor a Great Clips play of the game, and we will also be giving one lucky John Glenn player the Lock 9 Pizza player of the game, Lock 9 Pizza in Duncan Falls, 168 Main Street, Duncan Falls. Tonight's keys to the game, Richard. We discussed, how one team's on a large winning streak of 17 games. It almost goes unnoticed because Maysville's been so good in the league. But tonight's TK Auto Service, keys to the game. What do you think Morgan has to do to stick around in this game?
Well, I think, Morgan is going to have to handle the John Glenn pressure. I John Glenn comes out and puts good full court pressure on the opponent. Morgan's going to have to handle that. And one area that John Glenn struggles with at times is giving up offensive rebounds. So if I'm Morgan, I'm really going to try to attack the basket, and even if we shoot the ball from the perimeter, we're really going to try to offensive rebound that thing and try to score some points on the offensive glass. The old adage is 40, 60, 90, Mike. If you
Right.
Your first shot's going to be a 40% chance of going in. One offensive rebound, it goes to 60, and if you actually offensive rebound it twice, you have a 90% chance to score. So if you're Morgan, you just have to try to create things, make things happen. The problem with John Glenn is they're so balanced. They don't turn the basketball over. They only average about 8 turnovers
Correct.
a game. So, quite honestly, Morgan has to go perfect for them tonight to have a chance.
It does, and as you mentioned, John Glenn only averages 8 turnovers a game, which is really good for a high school basketball team. On the opposite side, Morgan is averaging 16 turnovers a game, so that's 8 more possessions there. So when we come back, we will have the Sarah Wickerman State Farm Insurance starting lineups here from New Concord. This is MVL Basketball on ABC Sports.
Meet John Valentine, owner of Valentine Insurance. His new office is located at 739 Southgate Parkway in Cambridge. John brings 20 years of insurance knowledge to his friends and clients. Valentine Insurance is your local independent insurance agency that is dedicated to protecting you and providing the industry's best customer service. Whether you're in the market for commercial or residential, auto, home, health, or life, Valentine Insurance can provide coverage for all. They're professional, courteous, reliable partners you can count on. Valentine Insurance open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Evenings by appointment.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Hi, Mark Kelly here with Vicon Services, wishing all the local teams good luck as they dribble their way down the courts to a successful and exciting basketball season. As you're stepping back for that three-point shot in the fourth, we can be in the background helping plan your projects for that first period, getting your business ready for that big project win in 2026. With that, have a safe and competitive season, and remember, Vicon Services as your sole source for commercial and industrial construction projects.
At Abels, we're proud that so many people trust our family with their family's home comfort. I'm Russ Abels. For new heating and cooling, you can trust us to save you money with our high-efficiency systems. We're trusted for electrical work, lighting, outlets, generators, complete home electrical service upgrades. We do it all. And you can trust us in an emergency. Whether it's heating, cooling, or electrical repairs, we promise to do the job right. It's what we do for family, and it's what everyone deserves. Trust Abels.
East Central Ohio's favorite, Kickin' Country, KC 105. WWKC, Caldwell, Cambridge. Kickin' Country, KC 105.
Back to New Concord as the John Glenn Pep Band brings us back to Fleetwood Mac's Tusk. Always a popular sports song. Nice job there by the John Glenn Marching Band. I'm Mike Snively, joined by Richard Hall. Tonight, the Morgan Raiders have traveled to New Concord. Coach Joe Marcinko brings his Raiders up with a 4-15 record. And no bones about it, they've been struggling a little bit lately. And they also brought their assistant coach, Drew Rackley, who, as many of you know, was on the 2016 state championship team. He's out there getting the boys warmed up. And Richard and I just wondered what is going through his mind right now, being on the opposite sideline.
Well, that's tough. A lot of memories, though. A lot of pleasant memories for him in this gymnasium with the success they had. And, I'm sure he's passing on what he knows about the game of basketball to the Morgan Raiders. He'd be a great person to have on staff just because of his experience. He also had a lot of success at the collegiate level, so, he's good to have on staff. And you know, if you're Morgan, you're in the middle of a building process, just trying to improve. And I'll tell you, during their losing streak, they've had some tough luck. They had a 59-53 overtime loss to Warren Local. They had a 46-42 overtime loss to Tri-Valley. So, you know, one thing I'm going to say about the Morgan Raiders, they don't quit.
No, they do not
Even
quit.
with things going poorly for them record-wise, they will come out and try to compete tonight.
They will. And Drew Rackley, once again, one of the all-time greats to ever put on the maroon and white here and in New Concord. I want to highlight a player tonight for the John Glenn Muskies. Ben Staum. Ben Staum, the last 2 games, Richard, he's averaging 19 points a game. He's hit 13 threes in his last 3 games and wins over Meadowbrook, Philo, and Riverview. And I watched the game last week, or the last game they played on Tuesday night up in Warsaw against the Riverview Black Bears. He was 6 of 9 from 3-point range. He was the only John Glenn player to make a 3 for a team that usually makes, they average, John Glenn averages, well, let's just put it this way. They have 152 threes this year. They only had 6 against Riverview. And if Ben Staum doesn't show up in Warsaw the other night, it was a tight game for most of the game. I mean, it looked like it was a 17, 18-point win. But Ben Staum showed up, and he's playing his best basketball of his career right now.
He really is, and I'll tell you, that is really given the John Glenn Muskies a lot of balance. We've also, along with the improved shooting of Ben Staum, Braden Davis' averages went up a little bit. Steel Bates' averages went down just a little bit. But I'm telling you, from a basketball perspective, that's actually a good thing, because John Glenn is a lot more balanced now going into the tournament, scoring-wise, than they were early in the year.
You are 100% correct. And one thing I did notice, you know, Steel Bates' scoring average goes down. Who cares? His passing game has improved significantly. In that game over Riverview, I watched in Philo and Meadowbrook, he is seeing the court as well as he's ever seen in his career tonight. So things are really cooking in the right direction for the John Glenn Muskies. Once again, I want to go over some of our sponsors tonight. We will have in-game sponsors for 3-pointers. Will be the Allen Hunter from Allen Hunter State Farm. So anytime there's a 3-pointer, it will be brought to you by Allen Hunter State Farm. Free throws tonight are brought to you by the Kemp Insurance Agency. Any timeout tonight will be sponsored by the Zemba Companies. And tonight's scoreboard updates are brought to you by Southeastern Ohio Equipment. Also, again, we will have a Great Clips play of the game, and we will also have a Lock 9 Pizza player of the game. So as the John Glenn Band wraps up the pregame festivities with the fight song, we are going to stay live here for the national anthem, as usually John Glenn brings out a student who does a fantastic job singing it, and tonight's national anthem will be brought to you live by the Visville VFW Post 3760. The reason we're early tonight is because they played a freshman game at 5 o'clock, and they only played for a half. So I'm sure they had some freshmen that had to bump up and play JV, and some JV that had to jump up and play varsity. So that game got over well before 6, and the JV game started well before 6. We're going to tip this thing off here probably at about 7:18. So normally when you have a triple header, Richard, sometimes we don't get started until after 8 o'clock. So we're going to have hopefully a early night tonight.
Yeah, that's right, Mike. And I'll tell you, I'm going to give a shout out to our officials tonight. We've got a veteran crew down here tonight for the game. Heath Hurst, Michael Sheehan, and Ryan Troyer. Sometimes the officials, they only hear the negative things, but I'll tell you, we need as many officials in the East District as we can get. So I wanted to give those shout out to those guys tonight, and hopefully get some young guys in the officiating, because when you look at the officials, they're getting older and older each year. We need some new blood coming in.
I agree. Richard, I'll tell you, I can't tell you, there's still officials officiating from when I played, and it just seems like you're right. They just do it over and over and over, and it's just not an easy job.
No, it's not.
So again, tonight we're going to turn things over here to the John Glenn Public Address announcer. But tonight's live national anthem is brought to you by the Byesville VFW Post 3760.
The officials assigned to this game have been selected according to procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Muskingum Valley League. Tonight's officials are Mike Sion, Heath Hurst, and Ryan Troyer. join senior Isaac Duran in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well done by that young man from John Glenn High School. Again, the national anthem brought to you tonight by the Byesville VFW Post 3760. Let's look tonight at Sarah Wickerham's State Farm Insurance starting lineups. First for the Morgan Raiders, they will start a 5'11 senior Clayton Blackburn, a 6' junior Carson Huck, 6' senior Jude Garber, 6'4 senior Luke Coleman, and 6'1 senior Gavin Shriver. For the 18-1 John Glenn Muskies, they will start their typical 5 starters tonight. They will start number 1, Cooper Briggs. He's a senior. A senior, C.J. Dolan. Senior, Ben Staum. Senior, Braden Davis. And senior, Steele Bates. Also, I would like to go over tonight's seniors that will be recognized tonight, and were recognized in the pregame for John Glenn. They are Cooper Briggs, C.J. Dolan, Oakley Zemensky, Ben Staum, Andrew Morgan, Braden Davis, Hayden Genzer, and Steele Bates. Now, speaking of senior night, I see something new that I haven't seen, Richard. The dads are wearing Hawaiian-looking shirts with their sons' faces on them, and they look fantastic.
They really do, and I was kidding one of the dads I've known for a long time, Chad Briggs. I'm like, that's going to be a great vacation shirt next time you go to the beach. Just a great look, great tribute to the kids, and having a lot of fun tonight with senior night here at John Glenn.
So, kind of one of those situations where your dad is a senior dad, but also has to go work midnight shifts on the blackjack table down at Wheeling Casino, because that's kind of what it looks like. So they also have some students in the student sections wearing specific seniors pictures, really huge on the front of their shirts, like just the face of the seniors. So well done, John Glenn, tonight. Well done. So let's tip this thing off. Morgan and John Glenn. So Morgan takes over. They get the early tip. They'll come out in their man-to-man defense. Cooper Briggs on Blackburn. Ball underneath, and that's a turnover on Morgan. So John Glenn creates their first turnover. They get it down the Staum. Dolan to his left. Ball tipped out of bounds by Morgan. It'll stay John Glenn possession. Now what you'll see John Glenn do offensively, if you've never watched John Glenn play, they like to just move it around the perimeter, lull you to sleep with maybe a backdoor cut, but they shoot the three extremely well. But there's a turnover. Here comes Carson Huck for the Raiders. Huck goes up with his left hand, no good. Out of bounds, stays with Morgan.
Yeah, you're right, Mike. John Glenn offensively, they just move around and they pass the ball incredibly well to cutters to the basket or shoot the three. They are a good offensive team.
Coach Scheck calling out defensive signals. Shriver hands it to Huck. Huck loses control, but Blackburn gets control for the Morgan Raiders. Blackburn averages 5.6 on the night, Huck gets it on, misses the right-hand reverse layup, rebound by Davis. Davis kicks it to Briggs. Briggs kicks it over to Dolan. Dolan over to Staum. It's good ball movement there by the John Glenn Muskies. And Ben Staum gets the scoring started. 2-0 John Glenn. Quickly come back, the Raiders come down, and that ball is going to be thrown out of bounds. That's another turnover there for Coach Marcinko's Morgan Raiders.
You know, if you're Morgan, Mike, one of the things they cannot do is get in the turnover battle, losing the ball a lot, losing a lot of possessions.
So a little half-court pressure here. I did see Morgan against Maysville, and they gave Maysville some trouble with a little 1-3-1 defense. Maysville didn't particularly shoot it well that night until late. Bates underneath, good pass by Dolan, but he's going to be blocked out of bounds by Huck. Carson Huck, a junior, he averages almost 12 points a game for the Raiders. Dolan kicks it in the corner, no good. Rebound by number 10, Jude Garber. Here comes some pressure. This is what you see from John Glenn. John Glenn a lot of times presses after a miss, and then they chase you from behind. It's a unique style of pressing for them. It's not in your face necessarily, but it's just nagging most of the game. And that's a great steal by C.J. Dolan. He read that thing like a book and hands it to Steele Bates. Steele Bates will be left alone for a three. He shoots it. Good. Steele Bates, the 1,000-point scorer, knocks down three. It's 5-0 John Glenn. Here comes that pressure I just spoke of from the Muskies. And there's going to be a travel. Jude Garber took one too many steps, and that's going to be a turnover. That's 4 already?
Yep, that's their 4th turnover for the Morgan Raiders. That's something they cannot do to have a chance tonight. They cannot turn the basketball over.
Playing right into the hands of the Muskies. Nice pass from Bates to Braden Davis. He's got 2. It's 7-0. Davis comes in averaging 11.5 a game. 7-0 Muskies. Huck kicks it out to Blackburn. Blackburn for 3, no good. Cooper Briggs going to get called for the push-off on the rebound. So that will be out of bounds to the Morgan Raiders. Morgan wearing their navy blue with red numbers, red trim. John Glenn wearing their white uniforms with their silver numbers in trim. 7-0, John Glenn leads Morgan. That's a nice cut there, but a better block by Braden Davis, and there's going to be a foul on Morgan. What I thought was going to be an easy 2 points. Braden Davis, who's listed at 6'3", looked like he was 6'6" on that and took that thing out of the air. And then a foul on the Morgan Raiders.
But Mike, we talk about this all the time. Braden Davis does the little things. Just another example of what he does on the basketball court for the Muskies.
He does. He's been doing it well for 3 years. Ben Staum just misses the 5-footer. Rebound for Huck. Huck gets it to Garber, and Coach Marcinko wants to take a 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it here. That gives me time to read our game sponsors, and we really, really thank our game sponsors. Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Abel's Electric Heating and Cooling, Allwell Behavioral Health Services, Dutro Ford Lincoln Nissan, Absolute One Window Tinting, Shriver's Pharmacy, Doane Ford, Village Hardware and Rental, West 40 Auto Sales, Ohio Children's Trust Fund, Mycon Services, and Great Clips. Once again, I'm Mike Snively calling tonight's game alongside is my good friend Richard Hall, the mayor of Dogtown over here producing the game for us, Dalton Gambita and Mike Mitchell on the camera. Got a good crew helping us tonight, Richard.
Sure do, and I think that's a good timeout by Morgan because they're down 7-0. They got to find some type of offense and get a bucket here to get their offense rolling. Hopefully for the Raiders.
Yeah, you want to get things under control before the walls start tumbling down. So here comes Blackburn out of the timeout. He's trapped, gets out of it, over to Huck, who kicks it to Luke Coleman. That's going to be a second foul on Cooper Briggs, and that's going to send Oakley Zeminski to the scorer's table to check in for Cooper Briggs. So 2 early fouls for Briggs with 4:29 left here in the first quarter. John Glenn leads 7-0. Morgan gets it in. Another turnover. Lost by Shriver. Staum gets it up the court for the Muskies. Down in the Davis, who almost threw an interception there for a touchdown the other way, so to speak. But Steele Bates comes out of it, and the smoke clears for the Muskies. They set up their offense. Bates kicks it to Braden Davis. Braden Davis straight down the hole. Good. Braden Davis, he's got 4 tonight. It's 9-0 John Glenn, but here come the right back at you is the Morgan Raiders. Missed the shot there by Shriver. Rebounded by Davis. Over to Zeminski. Oakley lost control. Turnover, but right back over, turned over. So we had back-to-back-to-back turnovers there. And I know my stat guy over here, Richard Hall, is all over that with that pencil. So here comes Steele Bates. Bates to the hole, goes up with the left hand, no good. Rebound by, guess who? Braden Davis. He's got 6. It's 11-0 Muskies with 3:17 left in the first quarter. Morgan gets it inside again, ball on the floor, but this time controlled by Coleman. This Jude Garber goes the whole left hand, no good. There's a lid on it down there for Morgan right now. Rebound by Staum. Staum to Zeminski. Zeminski gets fouled going to the hole. Now, folks, if you haven't seen Zeminski and Staum play together, if you don't see a number, they look like twins.
They sure do. They're built almost exactly alike.
And I know I've called one the other and the other one multiple times this year, so I apologize to both families. So that's going to send Zeminski to the line. Now here's a little fact on Oakley Zeminski's free throw shooting. That's only his 4th free throw attempt. He's 0 for 4 right now. So I'm going to bring Oakley Zeminski some good fortune with this 5th free throw attempt. Shot up, and I did not, but he almost got his own rebound. Rebound to Morgan. Steele Bates and Zeminski trap and do a great job trapping. Now, I don't think that's the right call. The ball was tipped by a John Glenn player, but they're going to call Clayton Blackburn as a backcourt violation. I thought John Glenn tipped it.
Yeah, he missed it. Yeah, I don't think he saw the tip, but
Coach Marcinko's got to be thinking, what's a man got to do around here? On a losing streak and playing a team of 17 around and getting every call. Cutting to the basket again, Braden Davis. I have him for 8. It's 13-0. 2:29 left here in the first quarter. More pressure applied by the maroon and white. The twins, Zeminski and Staum in the backcourt. This time to the hole. Again, can't get it to go. Rebound by Davis, who kicks it out to Staum. Staum's got a pretty easy, wide open layup. Ben Staum, 4 points. It's 15-0. And the wheels are starting to fall off right now for the Morgan Raiders. Let's see if they can put it back together. This time, no good again. Shot missed by Huck. Rebound by Davis. Davis must have 5 or 6 rebounds already. Kicks it to Staum. Staum goes hard. May have been hit on the way up. No good. Ball was blocked. Rebound by Shriver. Here comes Huck. Huck goes to the hole. This time it does go. So Carson Huck ends the drought with 1:33 left. They score their first basket. John Glenn leads 15-2. Steele Bates right back. May have gotten fouled, but it goes out of bounds. And Huck tried to save it around his back, but it went up and hit the one of the signs, soccer signs or girls basketball signs up on the wall.
Mike, to answer your question, Braden Davis has 5 rebounds, 1 offensive, 4 defensive for 5 here in the first quarter.
And 8 points. Braden wants that lockdown pizza player of the game. This time, nice out of bounds play there called by Coach Scheck. Give the ball right back to Steele Bates. Bates goes up, and he was hacked. So Steele Bates, averaging 20.5 points a game, scored his 1,000th earlier in the year. He's a 77% free throw shooter. First shot up and no good. Right now, John Glenn The only thing John Glenn's not doing well right now is shooting free throws. They're 0 for 3.
Yeah, right now 0 for 3, you're right. And that's the only thing they have done poorly tonight to this point.
So Bates, second shot up and good. 16-2. John Glenn leads. Briggs checks back in. Deep three-pointer. No good. Rebound by Hayden Genzer, who's just recently checked in. He's triple teamed, but he gets it out to Bates. And here come the Muskies down the right side. Bates may have got away with a push-off. A little sloppy play here right now. C.J. Dolan being guarded closely by Carson Huck. He goes to the hole. Zigs and zags, no good. Rebound by Coleman for the Raiders. Ball goes out of bounds off of John Glenn. Ben Stamm checks in for Brayden Davis. 44.4 seconds left in the first quarter here in New Concord. Mike Snively and Richard Hall on tonight's ABC broadcast. And there's a nice feed inside, and that's going to be the 4th point tonight. That's Luke Coleman. That makes it 16-4 with 30 seconds before the end of the first quarter. And we may see John Glenn go for 1. And they also will have the possession to start the second quarter. So this is a 2-for-1 possession. Bates out there, almost lost it. Kicks it, shoots it, bang! Steal, Bates with his second 3 on the night. And it's stolen by C.J. Dolan, almost. Clock's down to 3. They got to get it up in the air, and it's going to be just too late. That should not count, and it does not count. So at the end of one quarter here in New Concord, John Glenn leads Morgan 19-4. This is NBL basketball on ABC Sports.
Looking to upgrade your ride or home with sleek professional tinting? Absolute One Window Tinting on Maple Avenue in Zanesville is your local expert. Our team specializes in automotive, residential, and commercial tinting that keeps you cool, protects interiors, and adds privacy with a flawless finish. We use high-quality films designed to last, giving you style and function you can trust. From cars to storefronts, Absolute One delivers precision and care every time. Call 740-819-1642 or stop by Maple Avenue today.
We know parenting is a full-time job, and it can be easy to get caught up in everyday life. The Ohio Children's Trust Fund and our partners are here for you because we all need a little help sometimes. We can connect you with essential resources in your community, everything from parenting support to ideas for self-care. For the love of your family, visit octf.ohio.gov/love to find the support you need.
East Central Ohio's favorite, Kickin' Country, KC 105. WWKC, Caldwell, Cambridge. Kickin' Country, KC 105.
Back here at John Glenn High School, John Glenn leads Morgan 19-4 in this MVL contest. And it was all John Glenn in that first quarter where Morgan just could not finish around the rim. But here come the Muskies, who gets the possession to start the second half.
Yeah, tough quarter for Morgan, 2 for 10 from the floor.
Wow. And probably would like to have about 4 of those back. So Briggs goes right to the left, and Cooper Briggs has been doing a really good job of getting to the basket lately, using that left hand. And that's going to make it 21 for John Glenn. More pressure applied. Bates, he gets around. Kicked out, and that's a blocked shot by C.J. Dolan. Jude Garber thought he had a good look in the corner, and C.J. Dolan come flying in for the block, and it goes out of bounds. It's going to be possession to Morgan. Tournament time just around the corner. We're going to have brackets Sunday, folks. John Glenn will be in the Division IV East District. Morgan, I believe, D5. We'll have to check that out. Shot missed, rebound almost by Davis. No good again. Ball up, another offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Huck. Huck being guarded by Davis. Huck goes around Davis this time, kicks it out to, that's a short shot by Garber. Rebound Bates. Here comes Bates, 2-on-1 with Stamm. Bates does the Euro with the left hand. Off the back of the rim, hits the glass and goes in. That's Bates's 9th point on the night. He's almost in double figures. 23-4. John Glenn still cooking. They've been on a shooter spree lately, and this time Dolan steals it and almost gets the and one. Dolan, I've watched him play for years, loves to get his hands on the basketball, make steals. You just don't dribble right in front of CJ. He will get it. So Dolan goes to the line. 75% free throw shooter, knocks down one. Oakley Zeminski checks in for Cooper Briggs. Cooper Briggs playing with 2 fouls, 2 early fouls. Dolan's second shot up, no good, but rebound to Zeminski, who kicks it to Staum. Great movement there, out to Bates. Bates' 3 is short. Almost rebounded over by Zeminski, and there's going to be a foul on Staum on after the rebound. So that's going to be Ben Staum's first foul. 24-4. John Glenn comes out of the gates fast tonight on senior night here. 8 seniors being honored tonight here in New Concord. So here's some more pressure. Huck hands it over to Coleman. Luke Coleman averages 13 points a game for this Raider team. It's a strong move, but shut down early. Back to Coleman. Coleman, the lefty, good. Luke Coleman with his 4th point on the night. He's got 4 of the 6 for Morgan tonight. Steal Bates, round the back, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Jude Garber. Garber, the 6-foot senior, averages a little over 4 points a game. But a quick, cat-like quick reflexes defensively for Garber. Ball inbounded to number 2, C.J. Dolan. This time he's getting hands-on by Huck. Takes care of the pressure to Davis at the half spot. Staum goes in, throws one up, good. That's the 3rd time I think tonight John Glenn has hit the back of the rim, and then it hits the glass and goes in. Staum's got 6, it's 26-6, 20-point lead here for John Glenn.
And I'll tell you, John Glenn uses that half spot offensively about as well as anybody.
They really do, and they find Davis down there a lot. 3-pointer up for Morgan, no good, but tracked down in the corner by Leighton Coleman's checked in tonight. Leighton Coleman's a 6'5 junior. So it goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Raiders, the Morgan Raiders. Got some McConnellsville, Malta, New Concord trivia coming up for you, Richard. I think you're going to like it. A little history of the MVL.
Sounds good to me.
I was going to hit Richard with a little different question tonight, and I still might go over that one. Little Rogers Nelson trivia. See if anybody knows who Rogers Nelson is out there. 3-point shot, no good. Rogers Nelson was a great basketball player, high school in Minnesota. Staum again. He's got 8 tonight. It's 28-6. 22-point lead here for the Muskies, and that's going to be a foul on Oakley Zeminski. Hayden Genzer comes to the scores table. Yeah, so this Rogers Nelson could have probably played college basketball, but he did not. He decided he was going to go have a pretty good career in music. He played guitar and he danced and he sang, and he was the headline of the Super Bowl one year. Nelson's Rogers is Prince. So Prince could ball, just like this guy. Steal Bates. Bates is already in double digits. He gets the and one. It's 30-6, but that wasn't the trivia question. We'll get to that later. That's what I wanted to go with, the trivia question. Bates, 1 for 2 from the line. Make that 2 for 3. Right now, John Glenn is coasting. It's 31-6. Huck gets it across the timeline. We're halfway through the second quarter here. Johnny Glenn up 25 points. Looks like they're having fun, and they're defended. But sometimes you feel bad for Morgan. They're getting pretty good looks around the basket, just not getting those early ones to fall. Now John Glenn, they're just pinning their ears back on him. Shot up, no good, almost tipped in. Nice strong rebound there by Coleman, who kicks it over to Garber, who gets it to Huck. Reset here for the Raiders. Nice move, no good. Another rebound there by Coleman. That's Leighton Coleman. But Hayden Genzer with good hands takes the ball away. Here come the Muskies. Muskies do a great job of passing the ball down the court, finding the open man. Nice cut there, speak of the devil, but too hot to handle for Staum. That's going to be a turnover. Cooper Briggs checks in for Braden Davis. 3:15 left here in the first half. It's 31-6. John Glenn leads Morgan. We're on YRPtv tonight on the YouTube channel. Also Kickin' Country 104.9. Huck trying to get this thing solved, this John Glenn defense. To this point they have not. A decent look there, and that one is good. That was Jude Garber. That's the 8th point for the Morgan Raiders. Bates kicks it over to Briggs. Briggs again to the left, and good. That time he used the right hand, but he went to his left, and Briggs has 4 points. That's the second time he's went that way and got it. And this is going to be a timeout for Coach Marcinko, and we're going to take it with him. So with 2:34 left here in the second quarter, John Glenn leads Morgan 33-8. You're listening.
For an incredible deal on a new Ford, Lincoln, or Nissan? Come check out our vastly growing inventory selection and ask us about all the low APR options that are going on right now at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
If a new vehicle isn't in the budget, let us show you a pre-owned alternative that is sure to fit all your needs without breaking the bank. We know with the running from work to practice or games doesn't leave much time for car shopping, so view our full inventory online 24/7 at DutrosAuto.com.
Best of luck to all the coaches and players this year. Have a safe and successful season from all of us at Dutro Ford Lincoln Nissan.
East Central Ohio's favorite, Kickin' Country, KC 105. WWKC, Caldwell, Cambridge. Kickin' Country, KC 105.
Back to John Glenn High School, Mike Snively and Richard Hall. 33-8, John Glenn leads Morgan here in this MVL contest. But we talked during the seventh, we came on early tonight because of only a half of a freshman game tonight. So we tipped off early tonight. But you may not have heard us mention, during the 17-game win streak, the closest game the Muskies have had is against Tri-Valley. It was a 10-point win. So every one of the 17 wins during this streak have been by double digits or more. 10 being the closest. That was against Tri-Valley just last week. 2 weeks ago, maybe. Here come the Raiders. That's a nice pass. That's a really nice pass into Luke Coleman, and has a nice assist from Jude Garber. Luke Coleman's leading the Raiders in scoring with 6. A little more trapping defense here from Morgan, and they find Ben Staum going backdoor. He just missed a layup. Good defense though by Morgan, but Genzer comes up with it. Hayden Genzer, who averages 1.5 a game, he's got 2. It's 35-10. John Glenn keeps the pressure up. Huck gets it across. Staum chased him down, caused a turnover, and we're going to have probably a jump ball or a foul here. Let's see what happens here. Genzer laid on top of the ball. You know, that's probably a good call.
Yeah,
they called a foul. The Morgan defender just laid on top of him. I believe it was Huck. He just laid on top of him, think he's going to get a jump ball. He can't lay on top of the guy.
No, he just couldn't get the ball out there because he was on top of him. But 11 turnovers for the Raiders here in the first half, something they just can't do.
No, they averaged 16. So that was interesting, though, that last play. Genzer did a good job. Just laid on top of it. Didn't move his feet, nothing else. And Huck decided I'll just sit on top of him like I'm trying to recover a fumble. But he gets called for the foul. Braden Davis cuts the lane, goes up strong, no good, off the glass, too hard. Rebound by Luke Coleman. Luke Coleman gets it across, over to Shriver. Shriver, that's a good defensive, and a good defense play by Davis. Throws it just, the outlet pass to Dolan was just a little too much. It was the right idea, just too much. Huck comes down, and Huck hits the back of the rim, and it gets it to drop off the backboard. He's got 4. It's 35-12. And now we're just having fun, Richard, because this is where John Glenn plays and has fun. They just get it out here, and they just make these passes. Now they're going to start shooting threes here soon. A lot of things have been inside right now.
Yeah, they'll get this thing on the perimeter, and just everything will be off the move or a cut to the basket.
Officials letting them play a little bit here. Lots of trapping. Stom, nice easy jumper, no good. Good job by Davis, kicks it out to Briggs. Briggs good. Cooper Briggs, he's got 7 in the quarter. It's 38-12, we got 15 seconds left. Shriver goes down hard, kicks it to Leighton Coleman. Coleman to Luke Coleman. Coleman tries to hit a cutting Huck, but he lost it out of bounds. Another turnover. Oakley Zeminski checks in. 2.6 seconds left here in the second quarter. 38-12. Bates is going to get a good look at it here. He's going to let that thing dribble and probably shoot about a 30-footer when it's all said and done. Picks it up. 2 seconds. 1, shoots a half quarter. Almost goes in. Almost from half court in with 2 defenders. So at halftime here at John Glenn, the John Glenn Muskies lead the Morgan Raiders 38-12. This is MVL basketball on ABC Sports.
When life feels heavy, you shouldn't have to wait for help. At Allwell's Walk In Now, Guernsey County's behavioral health urgent care, support is ready right when you are. No appointments, no hassle. Just walk into our office at 831 Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and get fast, compassionate care. Allwell's Walk In Now, because the best time to feel better is now. Be well, stay well, all well.
At Village Hardware and Rental in Barnesville, we've got everything you need for homeowner, contractor, and commercial jobs. From trusted Milwaukee tools and everyday hardware to pro-grade Valspar paint, trusted color you can count on. Plus, we offer paint mixing, key cutting, special orders, and commercial services too. And now, introducing our officially open firearms and ammo department. Fully stocked, trusted, and convenient. Whether you're working, improving, or protecting, Village Hardware and Rental is your one-stop shop. Drop by at 265 South Chestnut Street, Barnesville. Village Hardware and Rental. We make it easy to build the world around you.
If your hair could talk, it would probably say, "Thanks for saving time on a great haircut at Great Clips. You used online check-in to put your name on the list in the app and made it to the salon right on time, thanks to getting a Ready Next text. Your hair would also like to add, this cut rules, and the price, a very close second. For a great haircut that fits your schedule and your budget, take it from your hair. Take yourself to Great Clips. Download the app today.
Looking for adventure? Check out the 2022 Ford Bronco 4-door Badlands at Doane Ford. This rugged ride is built to take you anywhere with just 18,000 miles and a soft top perfect for open-air freedom. Equipped for both off-road thrills and everyday comfort, this Bronco is ready for whatever the road brings. Don't wait. Vehicles like this don't stay long. Visit Doane Ford today and take the 2022 Bronco Badlands for a spin. Your next adventure starts here.
Shriver's Pharmacy is a proud supporter of Ohio high school sports, wishing all area athletes, coaches, and parents a healthy and successful season. When you play, play with heart. Local and independent since 1979. Shriver's Pharmacy, because we care.
Honestly, we've all been there. That place where it's past anxiety, past focus, where even reaching out to your closest friend feels too hard. I'm Crystal Reynolds with Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. We understand how fast those feelings can take over, especially with the stress of work, family, and life. That's why we've opened a mental health urgent care clinic in Cambridge, Ohio, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. No appointment needed. Just walk in. Come in today. Feel better today. Call us, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions Mental Health Urgent Care.
Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a proud supporter of high school basketball.
Contact one of the 42 agencies writing for Patrons Buckeye for a quote from your local insurance company covering Ohio. Whether you need coverage for your home, mobile home, seasonal home, garage, farm equipment, Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is located in Caldwell, Ohio, and can help. Visit our website at patronsbuckeye.com.
From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Hoops. Now here's your host, Eric Reeser.
For winter sports all over the Buckeye State, the postseason is almost here. We're about a month away from boys and girls high school basketball district tournaments, with all roads leading to Dayton in March for the state tournament. A great many teams from the Dayton area look to finish their season not far from home court. Stephen Wright will be my guest. He covers Southwest Ohio high school sports at the Dayton Daily News, and we'll discuss some of the teams from the Dayton area looking to make a run to the UD Arena this coming March. That's next. This is the Ohio News Network.
In Ohio, public education matters, and every day Ohio's public school educators use their united voice to call for the supports and resources our public schools need so every child can thrive. No exceptions. I'm Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wensing, and on behalf of our nearly 120,000 members, OEA is proud to sponsor tonight's game, because great public schools are a winning playbook for Ohio, and Ohio is stronger when we stand together to cheer for our students' success.
Ohio has over 920,000 diabetics. If you are a diabetic, take a step in the right direction by having your feet checked routinely by a podiatric physician, the most qualified doctors to care for your feet. Adding a podiatrist to your healthcare team can help you better manage the effects of diabetes on your feet. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
This is ONN.
I'm Eric Reeser. Stephen Wright is my guest. He covers Southwest Ohio high school sports at the Dayton Daily News. In early February, the Centerville Elks beat Springfield 56-44 to earn at least a share of their 8th straight Greater Western Ohio Conference Championship, with the opportunity to earn it outright with wins in the next week. Who are some other teams from the Southwest Ohio region that are in position for a big final month and a postseason push?
What you're definitely seeing out of the Dayton area specifically is Alter High School in Division 4, as well as Trotwood High School up in Division 3. Those two teams are stalwarts of the area. They're playing basketball well at the right time. They both go through difficult, rigorous schedules throughout the season. With the amount of talent that you see, they're going to be right there at the top of the seed list for district tournaments. They're likely to win some district championships and make some postseason runs.
Stephen, for the first time since 1994, the Russia girls basketball team won the Shelby County Athletic League in Division 7. There's probably no hotter program in the state in your region than Purcell Marion. Who are some other teams on the girls' side to be on the lookout for in the next month?
The number one team you have to look at is Kettering Fairmont. They're 20-0, the only undefeated team that I can think of in the moment that's here in the Dayton area. They played a tremendous schedule, beating Western Reserve Academy, also Springboro High School multiple times. They're back-to-back GWAC champions now. Have definitely one of the best players in the state in Kayla Thornton, a senior. She's an Akron commit. She can drive to the basket. Tremendous free throw shooter, gets the ball in her hand late games, has made her first 2 double-doubles of the season here in the last couple games, including a win over Cincinnati Princeton. Fairmont, definitely the team to watch.
You mentioned those Fairmont Firebirds. The girls there are 20-0, 13-0 in conference play as we get into the first Friday in February. Stephen, there are other teams around the state that are vying for unblemished records in the regular season. Just how difficult is that to go all year without a loss?
Yeah, for Fairmont specifically, playing in the Greater Western Ohio Conference, you face all the biggest schools that are around here, definitely powers across the board for the years. They're always going to be challenged playing in that league. They definitely challenged themselves out of the league this year, where you're facing the defending state champions in Game 1. You play some other prep academy teams, such as Western Reserve. You also, as I mentioned, go into non-conference games where you play a Cincinnati Princeton squad that has another great player, sophomore Aaron Thomas, on the team, that where you're really testing yourself. You're tuning up for the district, for the regional, the state, knowing that you're going to be playing good teams as soon as you get to all these parts, and being able to successfully come out as a victor in all those games really says a lot about a team.
My thanks to Stephen Wright for his time. Read his coverage of Southwest Ohio high school sports over at DaytonDailyNews.com. Coming up on February 15th will be the tournament draws for Divisions 3 through 7 on the boys' side. Divisions 1 and 2 will be on February 22nd. For more postseason information, visit the Ohio High School Athletic Association website at ohsaa.org. For the Ohio News Network, I'm Eric Reeser.
Hi, Mark Kelly here with Bicon Services, wishing all the local teams good luck as they dribble their way down the courts to a successful and exciting basketball season. As you're stepping back for that three-point shot in the fourth, we can be in the background helping plan your projects for that first period, getting your business ready for that big project win in 2026. With that, have a safe and competitive season, and remember, Bicon Services as your sole source for commercial and industrial construction projects.
East Central Ohio's favorite, Kickin' Country, KC 105. WWKC, Caldwell, Cambridge. Kickin' Country, KC 105.
Back here at John Glenn, halftime from the fish tank. The John Glenn Muskies lead the Morgan Raiders 38-12 in an impressive performance by the John Glenn Muskies. Scoring for the Muskies went like this. Cooper Briggs had 7 points. C.J. Dolan, 1 point. Ben Staum, 8 points. Braden Davis, 8 points. Hayden Genzer, 2 points. Leading the Muskies was Steele Bates with 12 points. Just 12 points, like I said, for the Morgan Raiders. They were led in scoring. There was a tie. Carson Huck had 4. Luke Coleman had 4. Jude Garber and Leighton Coleman had the other baskets for the Raiders. Richard, any key stats you'd like to highlight?
Well, John Glenn shot the ball really well the first half, 16 of 25, 64%. Morgan, on the other hand, 6 for 19 for 31%. I think the key stat is Morgan had 12 turnovers compared to 4 for John Glenn.
And we thought in the TK Auto Service keys to the game, that would be some of the factor, and it has definitely been throughout the game. John Glenn gets the first possession in the third quarter. They have a nice 26-point lead. Lots of movement. This time a 16-footer there. You don't see that shot very often, but Steele Bates calmly knocks it down. He's got 14 on the night. Just that 17-footer from the baseline. You see that all the time, but since the three-point line, everybody steps their game out.
I happen to still like that shot, Mike. I think it's a key shot in basketball. It's just not shot very much.
I agree 100%. This time, Aaron Baker's checked in for the Morgan Raiders. Three-point attempt almost banked in by Garber, but rebound for the Muskies. Here they come. Ben Staum at the half spot to Davis, back to Staum, and that's just beautiful basketball there. Ben Staum, assist from Braden Davis. It's a 30-point basketball game here. Huck gets it down off the rim. No good. Rebound by Baker. Kicks it into Luke Coleman. Over to Blackburn, back to Baker. We got the Bees out here tonight. Going to be a foul on John Glenn. I remember back in, 8-10 years ago, Meadowbrook went through a really good group of teams there with Scooter Tolsda. And they would have, at one time, 4 kids by the last name of Black on the floor.
Yes.
Black to black to black to black. And that's how it went. First shot up and good there by Carson Huck. He's a 66% free throw shooter. These are the first charity tosses tonight for Morgan. Huck's got 5 on the night. He leads the Raiders. Now he has 6. 42-14 John Glenn. Pretty good crowd here on senior night for the Muskies. This team's been very successful. These seniors have had a good run here at John Glenn. Nice skip pass to Cooper Briggs. Briggs shoots a 3, yes. Briggs has been shooting the ball really well. That's his 45th three-pointer on the year.
Yeah, great job by Briggs having his feet set on the backside. Skip pass across from Steele Bates, I believe. Nothing but net for Briggs.
I'm going to give Dolan the assist on that one. I think Matt Dolan. Matt wishes he had the assist there. C.J. Dolan.
Yeah, you're right. I missed that, I think.
So that was Luke Coleman on the other end for Morgan. I kid Matt a lot. Speaking of, his son just had a nice little Semi-alley-oop to C.J. Dolan. Dolan's first basket on the night. He's got 3 points, has a free throw to go with that. Huck loses a little bit of control, regains it, kicks it, shot no good. Back out to Huck, good ball fake, Huck. Huck goes up. It's a nice play there by Carson Huck. He's got 8. He leads the Raiders. It's 47-18. Zone defense here by the Raiders. This time, Steele Bates in the half spot. He kicks it out to Dolan. Dolan shoots 3, short. Rebound, tapped around, comes down to Huck. Huck to his left, goes up with his right, bank shot good. Carson Huck putting himself together a nice game. 47-20, right back comes Bates. Bates off the glass, yes. Within 3 seconds, Bates had the ball in his hands and takes it back up to a 29-point lead for the Muskies.
Yeah, John Glenn does a great job pushing the ball up the floor. Doesn't take long for it to get there.
And they don't make your typical 15-foot passes. A lot of times they're 30, 40, foot passes to get it down the court. And passing gets it down faster than dribbling, that's for sure. 3-point attempt by Baker, no good. Rebound by Benny Stom. Stom kicks it over to Dolan, half spot. Back out to Briggs. Briggs has a good look. Good! Cooper Briggs. Another 3, his third of the night. He's got 13. 52-20, we are nearing that 35-point mark, Richard, we were talking about before the game, the running clock. So if the thing gets to 35, a lead of 35, it has to get below 30 to get for the clock to stop. And Coach Marcinko wants to call timeout, and we will take it with him. So 3:36 left here in the third quarter. John Glenn leads Morgan 52-20. This is MVL basketball on ABC Sports.
At Abels, we're proud that so many people trust our family with their family's home comfort. I'm Russ Abels. For new heating and cooling, you can trust us to save you money with our high-efficiency systems. We're trusted for electrical work, lighting, outlets, generators, complete home electrical service upgrades. We do it all. And you can trust us in an emergency. Whether it's heating, cooling, or electrical repairs, we promise to do the job right. It's what we do for family, and it's what everyone deserves. Trust Abels.
East Central Ohio's favorite, Kickin' Country, KC 105. WWKC, Caldwell, Cambridge. Kickin' Country, KC 105.
We're back here live on the campus of John Glenn High School, where John Glenn leads Morgan in the third quarter, 52-20. Richard, here we go. In 1938, the Muskingum Valley League was formed. All right? But before that, 8 years prior in 1930, this was kind of the beginning of it. They called it the Big Five League. The Big Five League. And, you know, before consolidation, schools were different names, but there were 5 teams that made up the Big Five. 4 of the 5 have roots that are still here in 2026. Let's see how you do. You think about that for a little bit. Nice pass into Coleman. Leighton Coleman with his 4th point of the night. That cuts it back to 30. 52-22 with 3:15 left. So 5. Well, Cooper Briggs, he shoots a 3. He's on fire. Absolute in fuego. His 4th 3. That's his.
And 3rd this quarter.
He's and another steal. Here's a steal by Briggs. Gets it to Dolan. Dolan throws it right to Briggs. Briggs kicks it out. Running clock possibility, no good. Braden Davis tried the 3 ball, 55-22 for the Muskies. They lead on this 17-game winning streak. Jacob Roop is now in the game for the Raiders, but shot comes up short. Rebound by Davis, who kicks it to Steele Bates. Lost the handle for a second, regains control to C.J. Dolan. Dolan goes up hard, nothing doing, shot blocked. Here come the Raiders, 2-on-1 to Huck. Huck goes up with the left hand, good. Carson Huck, he has 6 in the quarter, 10 for the game. Sorry, he has 8 in the quarter, 12 for the game. 2 minutes left here in the third quarter, 55-24. Briggs goes hard. Nice job there by Cooper Briggs. He's playing really well. He's got 11 in the quarter. He's got 18 for the game.
Yeah, just a great offensive output here in the third quarter for Cooper Briggs. 3 threes and a 2.
Might have to start looking at career highs for Cooper Briggs. Right back comes Luke Coleman for 2. He's got 8, 57-26. Heat check for Briggs? No, he hands it to Ben Staum. Over to Braden Davis. Braden had a 3. A look at it, he just dished it off right away. Dolan out here getting pressured by Huck. Gets control, kicks it to Davis. Davis goes hard, reverse layup, no good. Rebound by Luke Coleman. Coleman kicks it down to Huck. Huck back into Coleman. Coleman, nice move there very patient move there by Luke Coleman. He hits double digits, he's at 10. We're under a minute.
And Luke Coleman has 8 this quarter, Mike.
8 this quarter. So 57-26, 31-point lead. I'm sorry, 57-28. I've got the bad spot on the scoreboard with the bar crossing over. 57-28, and there's a turnover, and there's a steal by Jacob Roop. He goes in, lays it in. Jacob Roop, just a sophomore, goes in with his first 2 of the night. 57-30, down to 27. Muskies had the Raiders on the ropes for a running clock, but now it's back down to 27. Steele Bates with 13 seconds, kicks it to Dolan. Under 10 now. Staum, his first 3 on the night, no good. And that ball goes over the backboard, out of bounds to the Morgan Raiders. Genzer and Zeminski check in for Davis and Staum. 4.2 seconds left here. Third quarter. Muskies comfortable lead, 57-30. Inbounded to Huck. Huck down to Jacob Root for 3. It's going to be short. So at the end of the third quarter here in New Concord, John Glenn 57, Morgan 30. This is NBL basketball on ABC Sports.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
East Central Ohio's favorite, Kickin' Country, KC 105. WWKC, Caldwell, Cambridge. Kickin' Country, KC 105.
Back to John Glenn High School as the John Glenn Pep Band just finishes up the YMCA. Sang by the Village people. We just so happen to be in the village of New Concord. 27-point lead here for the Raiders. Huck, the left-hander, good. Carson Huck having himself a nice game. Tonight he's in double figures. Here come the Muskies. 57-32, lead at 25. Hayden Genzer at the elbow to Bates. Bates goes, kicks it to Cooper Briggs. Cooper Briggs just can't miss. Briggs has 21 on the night. Career high for Cooper Briggs tonight, 21 points, and he's been outstanding. Shot up, no good by Huck, rebound by Briggs. To Dolan, Cross court to Bates. Who's got Briggs? You got to shoot it. Almost, no good. To Bates. Bates off the glass, and he does that just so smooth. Still Bates has two, he's draped with two guys on him, and he kind of just calmly throws it up with his right hand and puts it right off the glass. Almost a steal there by Zeminski, and it is a steal. And he's rewarded and he's pushed. And that could be flagrant, and I think it is. So Zeminski, rewarded for good defense, gets the ball back, but then he's going to get, I believe, is going to be an intentional foul on Carson Huck. It was just a flagrant push in the back, maybe a little frustration. That's going to take Oakley Zeminski to the line. He's 0 for 2 on the night. He's going to get 2 more shots at it tonight with nobody in the line because they will get the ball back. And that's Zeminski's first free throw make on the year. 62-32. Zeminski, number 12, the senior, one of 8 seniors, makes the second.
He likes to go get it immediately. If you notice, he's moving as soon as he releases it toward the basket, which can be good or can be bad.
Right.
The old adage is, though, if you make it, you don't have to go get it.
You don't have to go get it. That's right. Instead of follow your shot, finish your shot. 62-32, and that's a really smart play. I've seen them run that out of bounds play where they are full fronting, face guarding Steele Bates. That time it happened to be Gavin Shriver, and the inbounder just throws it up there because they don't know the ball's coming because they can't see. So Bates' free throws up and good. Bates is 3 for 4 on the night. Second shot up good, 4 for 5. And it's back up to a 32-point lead. Reminds me of the NCAA tournament. You start with 64, right, Richard? After round 1, you're down to 32. 64-32. Doubled them up. Shriver, steal by Bates. Bates is going to throw it down to Zeminski. Maybe too much arch on that play. It doesn't matter. Zeminski with his, Oakley Zeminski with his first basket. He's got 4. It's 66-32, 34-point lead, Richard. Shriver and Root almost walked. That ball's tipped. Morgan comes down with the ball. No good. Rebound by Genzer. Big offensive possession here for the maroon and white. Zeminski thought about the 3. Back to Bates. Bates being covered very well by Aaron Baker. In the Genzer. Genzer goes up strong. He's fouled in 1. Hayden Genzer.
Nice post move.
Very nice post
You don't see much post move out of John Glenn like that, other than maybe Braden Davis occasionally, but Genzer on a nice move around the basket.
Genzer, the 6'2 senior, averaging 1.5 on the year. He's already at 4 with a chance for 5. And we should have a running clock, and we do. Genzer's free throw up, no good. Rebound by Huck. 5:16 left to go. 36-point lead. Nice little soft touch there by Clayton Blackburn. He gets his first 2 on the night. And Coach Scheck wants to call a 30-second timeout. We'll leave it here. So let's go back to this trivia question, Richard. All right. So I said in 1938, the MVL formed. But in 1930, the Big 5 League formed. This was kind of the beginnings of it, was 1930. So 5 teams were in this league. 2 of them are represented tonight. So it wasn't New John Glenn, it was New Concord.
Right.
Then there was Malta, McConnellsville. So there's your Morgan roots. Crooksville, New Lexington. But this 5th team, geographically, doesn't make sense for John Glenn, but it makes sense for Crooksville and New Lex. Who would that 5th team be? And it's a pretty good haul from here, and it's not a straight road. Caldwell was in the league later, but I'll give you this hint. Their nickname are the Tomcats.
Gloucester Trumbull.
And it was just Gloucester. So Gloucester was in the original 1930, the Big 5 League, which 8 years later became the Muskingum Valley League. So 34-point lead here for the Muskies, just trying to run some time. Bates over to Davis, and that's going to be out of bounds. 2. That's going to go off the hands of Leighton Coleman, so that's going to stay out of bounds possession, John Glenn. Yeah, Gloucester's not a fun trip from here. Hit down South Zanesville and go down 93, and somehow you end up on Route 13, I believe.
Yes, that's correct.
You're pretty close to Athens, obviously.
Or you go down 78 through McConnellsville and go
Right.
that way, and that's not any better either.
No, it isn't. C.J. Dolan running the point here. Over to Briggs. John Glenn's had great spacing all year. Here's another example of it. Davis goes up strong, misses the first one, misses the second. Gets a third rebound, no good. This time Briggs saves it, kicks it to Dolan. Dolan out to Staum. Staum for 3, yes. Ben Staum with his 34th 3 on the night. And it's 71-34 in a running clock situation. Now we're going to start subbing. And these 5 seniors who have put together a 17-game win streak are going to get a standing ovation, as they should, from this new Concord John Glenn crowd.
You know, you talked about it before the game and maybe in the pregame about the emotions of senior night. They've kind of put that aside, have played a really nice game until right now. You can see the emotion that this is their senior night, and they realize that this is a huge night for them.
Now, John Glenn does something different. It's not over yet. So when this game is over, everybody will stay, and the seniors will come back out, and Coach Sheck will say something very positive about each player. Cash Paisley, who just checked in. He goes in. He knocks down 2. It's 73-34 steal here. That was by Janosik. 3-point attempt, no good. Genzer keeps possession. Quentin Janosik, who's checked in. Also Andrew Morgan for 3! Andrew Morgan from the parking lot. It's 76-34. The senior knocks down the triple. Zeminski going to get called for the foul. And that's going to send number 22, Tyler Moody, to the line. So Andrew Morgan hits the 25-footer for the 3 on the other end. Tyler Moody, southpaw up and good. Also checking in, and there goes the last 2 seniors, Oakley Zeminski and Hayden Genzer, and they also get a great ovation. Congratulations to those 2 young men who have had a great season. Second shot up and no good. Rebound that time was by Rowdy Zemba. In and out that time for Morgan. Look good from here. Also checking in is Wyatt Rowe. 3-point attempt by Morgan, no good, but a putback by number 22, Tyler Moody. He's got 3 in the quarter. It's 76-37. We're at a minute in the game. Paisley goes hard. Paisley's a hard man to stop when he's heading north-south. Broad shoulders. Rebound to Aaron Baker. Kicks it out to Gage Roberts for 3, no good. And may have been a foul there on Andrew Morgan. Refs say play on. Morgan had a good look, rimmed it out that time. He almost has 3 threes on the night, 25 seconds left. John Glenn fans on their feet with their typical victory clap. 3-point attempt, no good. Rebound by number 22 again, that's Tyler Moody. 5 in the quarter, 11, 10, 9 seconds, and I think John Glenn's just going to play it out. Dribble this thing out. This thing's going to end up 76-39 in favor of the Muskies. So an impressive senior night performance by the John Glenn Muskies. That takes their winning streak to 18. Final score from New Concord, John Glenn 76, Morgan 39. We'll be back with stats. This is MBL basketball on ABC Sports.
East Central Ohio's favorite Kickin' Country, KC 105. WW.
At Abel's, we're proud that so many people trust our family with their family's home comfort. I'm Russ Abels. For new heating and cooling, you can trust us to save you money with our high-efficiency systems. We're trusted for electrical work, lighting, outlets, generators, complete home electrical service upgrades. We do it all. And you can trust us in an emergency. Whether it's heating, cooling, or electrical repairs, we promise to do the job right. It's what we do for family, and it's what everyone deserves. Trust Abels.
Looking to upgrade your ride or home with sleek professional tinting? Absolute One Window Tinting on Maple Avenue in Zanesville is your local expert. Our team specializes in automotive, residential, and commercial tinting that keeps you cool, protects interiors, and adds privacy with a flawless finish. We use high-quality films designed to last, giving you style and function you can trust. From cars to storefronts, Absolute One delivers precision and care every time. Call 740-819-1642 or stop by Maple Avenue today.
We know parenting is a full-time job, and it can be easy to get caught up in everyday life. The Ohio Children's Trust Fund and our partners are here for you because we all need a little help sometimes. We can connect you with essential resources in your community, everything from parenting support to ideas for self-care. For the love of your family, visit octf.ohio.gov/love to find the support you need.
Looking for an incredible deal on a new Ford, Lincoln, or Nissan? Come check out our vastly growing inventory selection and ask us about all the low APR options that are going on right now at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
If a new vehicle isn't in the budget, let us show you a pre-owned alternative that is sure to fit all your needs without breaking the bank. We know with the running from work to practice or games doesn't leave much time for car shopping, so view our full inventory online 24/7 at dutrosauto.com.
Best of luck to all the coaches and players this year. Have a safe and successful season from all of us at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
When life feels heavy, you shouldn't have to wait for help. At Allwell's Walk In Now, Guernsey County's behavioral health urgent care, support is ready right when you are. No appointments, no hassle. Just walk into our office at 831 Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and get fast, compassionate care. Allwell's Walk In Now, because the best time to feel better is now. Be well, stay well, all well.
At Village Hardware and Rental in Barnesville, we've got everything you need for homeowner, contractor, and commercial jobs. From trusted Milwaukee tools and everyday hardware to pro-grade Valspar paint, trusted color you can count on. Plus, we offer paint mixing, key cutting, special orders, and commercial services too. And now, introducing our officially open firearms and ammo department. Fully stocked, trusted, and convenient. Whether you're working, improving, or protecting, Village Hardware and Rental is your one-stop shop. Drop by at 265 South Chestnut Street, Barnesville. Village Hardware and Rental. We make it easy to build the world around you.
If your hair could talk, it would probably say, "Thanks for saving time on a great haircut at Great Clips. You used online check-in to put your name on the list in the app and made it to the salon right on time, thanks to getting a Ready Next text." Your hair would also like to add, "This cut rules," and the price, a very close second. For a great haircut that fits your schedule and your budget, take it from your hair. Take yourself to Great Clips. Download the app today.
Looking for adventure? Check out the 2022 Ford Bronco 4-door Badlands at Doane Ford. This rugged ride is built to take you anywhere with just 18,000 miles and a soft top perfect for open-air freedom. Equipped for both off-road thrills and everyday comfort, this Bronco is ready for whatever the road brings. Don't wait. Vehicles like this don't stay long. Visit Doane Ford today and take the 2022 Bronco Badlands for a spin. Your next adventure starts here.
Shriver's Pharmacy is a proud supporter of Ohio high school sports, wishing all area athletes, coaches, and parents a healthy and successful season. When you play, play with heart. Local and independent since 1979. Shriver's Pharmacy, because we care.
honestly, we've all been there. That place where it's past anxiety, past focus, where even reaching out to your closest friend feels too hard. I'm Crystal Reynolds with Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. We understand how fast those feelings can take over, especially with the stress of work, family, and life. That's why we've opened a mental health urgent care clinic in Cambridge, Ohio, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. No appointment needed. Just walk in. Come in today. Feel better today. Call us, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Mental Health Urgent Care.
Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a proud supporter of high school basketball. Contact one of the 42 agencies writing for Patrons Buckeye for a quote from your local insurance company covering Ohio. Whether you need coverage for your home, mobile home, seasonal home, garage, farm equipment, Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is located in Caldwell, Ohio, and can help. Visit our website at patronsbuckeye.com.
East Central Ohio's favorite, Kickin' Country, KC 105. WWKC, Caldwell, Cambridge. Kickin' Country, KC 105.
Back here at John Glenn High School, Mike Snively and Richard Hall, as we just witnessed a John Glenn victory, 76-39 over the Morgan Raiders. And currently we are watching and you are watching on YRPtv, the John Glenn basketball team cut down the nets as they celebrate their MVL Big School title. And this win is going to move Coach Eric Scheck's team to 19-1 on the year and 15-1 in league play. Morgan falls to 4-16 and 2-12 in MVL play. Now, with that being said, no more MVL games left for John Glenn, but a very good Marietta team comes to town Tuesday, a team that they lost to down in Washington County last year. And then they have to travel to Morgan to wrap up their season. Now, this all comes after the tournament draw on Sunday. See, we're going to have brackets coming out on Sunday, and we're in Division 4. We're probably going to see Maysville as a 1, John Glenn as a 2, and Cambridge as a 3. And I would assume we're going to see Maysville and John Glenn in opposite brackets. So a lot of people, too, forget one of Maysville's few losses last year was to John Glenn. So things can get interesting. These two teams have played a lot since they've been young. But I would assume we're going to see Maysville as the 1 seed in Division 4, John Glenn as the 2 seed in Division 4 in the East District. So let's go over some scoring here real quickly. First for the Morgan Raiders, Clayton Blackburn had 2 points. Carson Huck led the Raiders tonight in scoring, 14 points. He was 2 for 2 for the line. Jude Garber had 2 points. Jacob Root, 2 points. Tyler Moody, 5 points. Luke Coleman, 10 points. Leighton Coleman, 4 points. The Coach Marcinko's Morgan Raiders were 3 of 4 from the line, just 4 free throw attempts. Now for Coach Eric Scheck, tonight they were led by Cooper Briggs, who was on fire tonight. He hit 5 threes, 21 points. And we say this all the time with John Glenn. It's somebody else putting the points up now, Richard. And it's just been a fantastic thing to watch. But Briggs tonight had the hot hand with 21 points on 5 three-pointers. C.J. Dolan was 1 of 2 from the line. He had 3 points. Cash Paisley, 2 points. Oakley Zeminski, 2 for 4 from the line and a basket, 4 points. Ben Staum, a quiet 15 tonight. He knocked down a 3 as well, 15 for Ben. Braden Davis, 8 points, all 8 in the first quarter to go along with a bunch of rebounds tonight for Braden Davis. Hayden Genzer, nice night, 0 for 1 from the line, but 4 points. And Steele Bates right at his average. He was 4 for 5 from the line, shoots at about 80% from the line. He had 20 points, so a quiet 20 points for Steele Bates. So all in all, Richard, really good effort. What stats do you have on your side of it?
Well, I'll just tell you, John Glenn had 5 turnovers tonight, 5. Which is that's just impeccable to me.
And I bet 2 or 3 were in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's just impeccable to me. Well, the first quarter had 4 of them. Right. They had 5 for the game, so they only had 1 after the first quarter. Morgan had 12 after the first quarter, or first half, excuse me. Only ended up with 15, so that's about where they fall. So Morgan played a much better second half, but John Glenn was just so much more on it tonight. On the rebounds, I'm going to give a shout out here to Braden Davis. I have him for 10 rebounds tonight. 22-21. The Muskies win the rebounding wars tonight. Shot the ball pretty well, 30 of 53, 51%. Morgan not so well second half. Except Morgan, I do want to talk about their third quarter. They did have a nice third quarter, 8 of 14, 8 of 10 in the paint. So Morgan did put together a nice effort in the third quarter. But, you know, as the scoreboard would indicate, it was all John Glenn tonight, which we felt coming in, you know, they should win this game just based on what we've witnessed so far this season. Morgan comes out, plays hard, they try to compete. It's just too much John Glenn tonight. And I'll tell you, we talk about this, and I've talked about this a lot. I think this is my 7th John Glenn game maybe. I know it's number 6 for sure. And you've seen them just constantly improve, and some of their roles of players have changed a little bit. You know, Steele Bates was really hot early offensively. He still is, but his average went down just a little bit. But what that created, Mike, and we've talked about this, was Braden Davis's average came up a little bit. Ben Stom's average came up significantly, which in the tournament, at some given point, somebody's going to take one of their players away defensively, which means the other guys will step up. They know how to do that, which will give the Muskies a chance to win in advance. The Division 4 bracket, as you alluded to, it's loaded. It's a nice bracket. 2 teams will come out of the East District. As a matter of fact, we'll have 2 representatives in the regional tournament, and the East versus East will play in the regional semifinals. So that should be a pretty good bracket and a pretty entertaining basketball game, no matter who makes it there. But just a good win for the Muskies tonight.
And you mentioned that regional semifinal, which will be at the Eco Center, also known as OU Eastern, is a beautiful facility. They've really upgraded some things in there. And you and I did a Maysville game there last year, I think a district semifinal. And it's just a wonderful game to watch, a basketball game. In fact, they hosted a regional there last year, Lutheran East, I believe, in Minford. Played in a regional final there last year. So it holds about 3,000 or 4,000. It's probably the best place to host in the East District in terms of capacity.
And, Mike, we don't want to lift Cambridge out of this discussion because I'm telling you what, they have a really nice basketball team that is capable of being there in that regional tournament
100%
as well. So I don't want to leave them out because they are a quality basketball program. I've had a chance to see them play a couple times, and I'll tell you, they're pretty good.
They've got 2 losses. They have a 13-point loss to John Glenn over Christmas break, and Steubenville, who's really good this year. Steubenville only has 1 loss on the year. Steubenville went to Cambridge and won that game. So a couple things we have to go over here. One, we have the Great Clips play of the game. And without a doubt, it lit the place up. Andrew Morgan's three-pointer in the fourth quarter electrified this crowd. That will be tonight's Great Clips play of the game. So congratulations to Andrew Morgan for that shot and getting the crowd to their feet. Also, and I'm going to go a little different here, for the Lock 9 pizza, we'll just say person of the game. This is the first time I've ever done this, but I want to give it to Eric Scheck. Eric Scheck, he's got this team on a 18-game winning streak. And, you know, without his direction, I don't think John Glenn would be on his 18-game winning streak. He's really done a great job managing this team this year and has them playing well and kicking on all cylinders. And as I said, during this winning streak, the closest game is a 10-point game. Every game is above double digits. So Coach Eric Scheck's going to win our Lock 9 pizza. And maybe I just got him a Valentine's dinner. He can take his lovely wife, May, and the 2 kids, and they can drive down the Lock 9 on Valentine's Day and enjoy the scenery along the Muskingum River. And Marshall will take good care of them. So congratulations to Coach Eric Scheck for the Lock 9 pizza. So, as I said, next week on Tuesday, the Marietta Tigers show up in town, and they are really good. I think they only have 3 losses. A team that beat John Glenn in Marietta last year, and then they will travel to Warren at the end of the season to finish up the season. But MVL play is done for the John Glenn Muskies, and again, they are the Muskingum Valley League Big School Side champions for the year, as cheerleaders are now cutting down the nets as well. So congratulations to Coach Scheck and his John Glenn Muskies. It's been a wonderful season so far, but hopefully a lot more to go. So I think I got everything. Anything you need to say, Richard?
No, just I'm hoping that fans tune in or go to tournament basketball in the East District. There's a lot of good teams that we've talked about tonight, and we talked about Division 4 a lot tonight because that's who we're broadcasting. But if you look at all the divisions in the East District, there's going to be some really good basketball for both boys and girls. So I hope our listeners stay tuned in to what's going on and just enjoy the rest of winter and enjoy some really good tournament basketball in the East District.
Well stated, Richard. So, final score from New Concord, John Glenn 76, Morgan 39. Good night, everybody. Enjoy the weekend.
High school basketball is a presentation of AVC Sports and KC 105 WWKC, Caldwell, Cambridge.